Morning everybody, how we doing? At the moment seeing a lot of people kind of getting wrapped up when they have a bad day or they have a bad week, and it demotivates them, they feel guilty, they start to kind of almost like hate themselves, resent themselves quite a bit. But here's the thing, one bad week or one bad day, one bad meal isn't the result of why you are where you're at the minute, okay? Or why you're at the weight you are at the minute, okay? If you are not where you want to be. It's not because of the short-term things that you've been doing. It's what you've repeatedly done for your whole life is the reason why you're at where you are right now. It's the input versus your output in relation to your calories. It's what you've repeatedly done from an exercise point of view. It's what you've consistently done well or not done well throughout your entire life as to where you are right now. Not because of what's happened the past 7 days and the fact that you've not exercised as much as you liked, your eating's gone totally off plan. It's not because of those things. If you were to continue doing those things, then yeah, it would become much more of a problem and no doubt contribute to where you're going to go long term. But too often I see people beating themselves up, being negative towards themselves, and it affecting things like their self-belief and things like that over what they've done in the short term badly. And they start to kind of justify to themselves that it's the reason why they are where they're at, when it's not. It's what they've done over the whole period of their life, however long that is, and it's just quite simple. It's down to your calorie input, calorie output, is to why you are where you are and what that has been for their whole life. Okay, so stop having a go at yourself and blaming yourself over what you've done in the short term, and start to understand that it's over the long term as to why you are now. Which then brings me to my other point, and also which also justifies the need for you to play the long game. Okay, so if you want to get to a place, if you want to change the way you look, change the way you feel, and in turn potentially change your life, you have to be prepared to play the long game. You have to be prepared to repeatedly do things well on a daily basis. You have to be prepared to put in the hard work on a daily basis. You have to be prepared to be consistent and do things consistently well on a daily basis. And if you are unhappy where you are right now, then what you've done in order, throughout your whole life to get to this point, okay, obviously hasn't been working. So therefore you're at this point now, and you need to start changing your behaviour, start changing your habits, and start doing things consistently, better. Start doing new things. But please, stop blaming yourself for kind of what you're not doing short term very well, and start to understand that it's long term as to why you are where you are now. And if you want to get to where you want to get to, whatever that may be, then you have to play the long game. And you've got to stop looking for the short wins and start to understand that through consistency, hard work, and repeatedly doing things well over a long period of time, okay, that's going to serve you far better, okay, and trying to fit that all into your lifestyle long term in order to get where you want to get to. So in summary today, it's not because of the past week or past day or the past meal you've had, or whether it be burgers or pizza or anything, as to why you are where you are now. It's because of what you've done over the whole period of your life as to why you are now. So stop blaming yourself for that, stop making yourself feel bad for that, and understand that it's long term, it's the long term process of what's been and gone, but also what's going forward, which is going to make you ultimately decide what you do going forward, and where you go to. Okay, so it's all about the long game for me, and changing people's perspective on how they view that, in order to make sure that they start to look at health and fitness a lot easier. One of those kind of myths you've got to dispel all the time is about how they look at kind of getting results. And one of the biggest things we've got to kind of dispel as coaches is to get them to stop looking for short wins. Short wins 9 times out of 10 aren't sustainable. Whereas if you focus on actually the long term and progressively doing things well, and seeing little incremental changes and little incremental wins, by focusing on consistently doing things well and making sure stuff fits into a client's lifestyle, then 9 times out of 10 that's going to serve them a lot better. They're more likely to adhere to it, they're more likely to be happy doing it, finding it fun, and long term they're going to see far better health benefits. So let us know, guys, below in the comment section whether you're one of those people, if you have a bad meal, if you have a bad week, if you have a bad day, whether you beat yourself up for it and blame yourself, or whether you fully understand and you've got quite a good way of looking at it, and you're able to kind of draw a line under it, not make yourself feel bad, and kind of move on and keep progressing. Let us know. Have a great Friday. Cheers.